Let's talk about everything and nothing all at once. So I think I'm getting sick again, which really sucks. I was sick for like 3 days, like 2 weeks ago. And last year, from like January to like April, I was sick every single day. Like, I'm not kidding. There was like no break in between. And my PCP was like, well, you have asthma. And so the pollen is really high. You need to be taking your allergy pill every single day, as well as making sure you're taking your inhaler when you need it and not just when it's like a big emergency, you know what I mean? And so ever since like last year, April, I faithfully take an allergy pill every single day. I don't miss a night. Okay, I will miss a night if I drink, but other than that, I typically take it every day because I don't drink very often. So it's kind of weird to me that I'm like, I got sick like 2 weeks ago and I feel like I'm getting sick again right now. And I'm like, this is not it. I need to go back and be like, let's start shooting me up with allergy shots because the pills aren't working. Other random thing that happened, my daughter came home and she got like an evaluation for her reading score, and she reads at a second grade level. She's in a first grade, and she reads better than 93% of the kids. And I'm like, as a reader myself, I'm so proud of her. She's like extremely smart and she loves reading, and so I love that. I love that for me, and I love that for her. She like uses this desk to do her homework or throughout the day, week, whatever she went. So she was reading this Elephant's New Shoes the other day. But yeah, I touched a little bit on like, you know, me having headaches all the time, which I currently have one right now. And then I also touched a bit about, you know, my eyes being kind of crazy, but I didn't like explain what that meant. So, full disclosure, when I was born with a lazy eye. So my left eye was completely turned inward, and it would not move. I mean, maybe, okay, it moved, but it was always inward. And I grew up and I didn't like it, and I felt insecure about it. And so when I was 10, I decided that I wanted to have surgery. I spoke to my mom about it, and she said that was fine if that's what I wanted and if it would make me feel comfortable. So I had surgery on my left eye when I was 10. And what I didn't know then was, I guess I should have took eye therapy. I don't know if they discussed that with my mom. She says she doesn't remember anybody telling her to do that, otherwise she would have done it. And so I just went, you know, years after the surgery with nothing, you know, just moving forward with my eyes. So to the naked eye, well, when they did the surgery, it looked like both eyes were straight, but I guess there was like a slight offness, and so that gave me double vision. And so I had double vision from like 10 to, I still deal with it now a little bit, but it was like really bad from like 10 through, I want to say 29, I think when I was 17, I started developing like headaches that I noticed, and I felt like they were contributory to my eyes. And so I don't know why it took me so long. Honestly, I saw a neurologist after neurologist. I saw regular doctors for my head, and yeah, they were just like, some people are prone to headaches. And I think once I started like getting older is when I really started noticing like maybe it is my eyes. I thought about it, but I didn't really like, I guess, put it together. And so when I was 29, 28, 29, something like that, I went to see an ophthalmologist. So I was like, yeah, I think I need more than an optometrist, because, you know, they only check your vision, and my vision was 20/20. So I went to see an ophthalmologist, and we went over like the different methods, and we talked about doing prism glasses, but then, you know, you would kind of have to adjust the prisms ever so often, and then your eyes become dependent on it. And so then, yeah, so we decided to do surgery on my eyes. So I had surgery about 2 years ago. It was September of 2023 is when I had the surgery. So almost 2 years ago, I had surgery again. But this time he went into my left eye. He went into my right eye to try to avoid going into the same eye. And he was trying to adjust the muscle to catch up or slow down to meet the left eye, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like he did a great job. However, I feel like the right eye is like super, super, super straight. and the left eye is still trying to catch up to this day. I will say whatever he did made my double vision significantly better. I don't notice the double vision as much, but my eyes still tend to move. The left eye still shifts. This time it shifts outward, which is never done before. It's after the surgery started shifting outward. Remember, it was inward. But yeah, so it's like new to me. But that's what's causing the headaches, is like when my muscle is like fighting with itself, I guess, to like be straight, but also like work, and my brain is trying to get used to the new surgery that he did. It's like it's causing immense headaches. And so when I'm experiencing headaches that I know are contributory to my eyes, I tend to like take it easy and pull back from reading, because it's just gonna make it worse. And then I will have that muscle ache, that headache for like a week or so, and it just won't go away. So I pull back. But with that being said, that was just my candid, open honesty. I don't know why I got so raw there. I swear it's this time of the month. This one has been kicking my ass emotionally. But so that's what I deal with my eyes and my head. I do get other headaches as well, but I think the most frequent headache and a bulk of my headaches come from my eyes being wonky. I say wonky, but you know, it's the way God made me. Okay. I did read, however, though. I finished Chaos at the Throne. I did. So I explained it as these two siblings like get chosen to go to the kingdom to fight for the prince of the prince heart. However, there was not much fighting for the prince of the prince heart, because I mean, and even on the back it explains this, like that was their goal for going there. That's why they went there. However, they got thrust into the kingdom being at war with other people in other countries. So they're really trying to find someone who is able to defend the kingdom, is what they're doing. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I will say there was a bit of like yelling that the characters were doing with each other that I thought was misplaced. I was like, I feel like even if a king and a queen is pretty mean, one, I don't think that all kings and queens are gonna be that awful, but even if they are, I don't think they're gonna yell all the time like that. And even like the siblings were yelling towards the king and queen, and I just felt like that was something that probably wouldn't happen. But even still, even if that was the case, it felt like some of the yelling, they were having normal conversation and they would just yell at each other. It felt very misplaced to me. But overall, I enjoyed the book, and I was the first one who rated it on Goodreads, so look at me go. But anyway, I also said I wanted to read Patsy, and I did read this one. I finished Patsy by Nicole Dennis Benn. Love how Nicole touched on immigration in here and showing you how most people come here legally and they just, you know, outstay their visa, which is why they end up being illegal here. But most people don't come here illegally, like some people may think. So I really loved how they touched on that, and also how, like, you know, moving to America, people think you're gonna automatically have a better life, but then you realize it's hard to find a job and it's hard to sustain yourself with the income that you're given. And so I really enjoyed that. What I did not like, however, was that Patsy came here not for her daughter. This lady went 10 years without speaking to her daughter. She left her 5-year-old daughter in Jamaica and was like, deuces. I did not like that. And I think when I was talking about this book that I was gonna read it, I said, I hope it's not self-servient that she went here. And it sure was. So I personally did not like that at all. I felt for her daughter so much. And I think they were trying to make you feel for Patsy, because she did admit that at the time she was not ready to be a mom, although she had her daughter, I believe, at 22 or something like that. It was just kind of like, put a bad taste in my mouth. But Nicole wrote it well. That was no shade to the character, to the author and her writing. I thought she wrote it well. That was just my little beef with the book. So for that, I thought it was okay. And also I thought it was very long. It was like 425 pages, which is not a long book, but I feel like 100 pages could have been pulled out and it would have been more impactful, in my opinion. A lot of it was just like day-to-day life that we did not need to see, and I just didn't care for that. I also started reading Where Sleeping Girls Lied. I'm reading it as a buddy read with Ange and Rudy, and I don't know where they are yet. Ange is like keeping up. Rudy's a lot behind. But I am at chapter 30, which is page 264 is where we should be. So we should be finishing up this book today. I'm enjoying it so far. It's about this girl, Sade, who came to, like, I guess a boarding school, and her roommate immediately went missing. So they're trying to figure out what happened to her roommate. The school is under the impression that she's kind of like just dropped out. But if you've read Farida books, I feel like it's going to be a whole conspiracy behind it. So I'm enjoying it so far. I believe Andrew's enjoying it. Rudy hasn't said much since she's behind, but I hope everybody is enjoying it. I think it's written well as well. And there's like little anagrams in here, and Andrew and I are both listening to it on audio, and it sounds so creepy on audio. So the narrator is also doing a great job. So I enjoyed that. I'm enjoying it so much. So I'm going to finish that today. And then for the rest of the week, I'm going to read What They Always Come Back by Bailey Thomas. And I don't know what else I'll throw in there. I might throw in, what is that, Block Shot? Hoop? I forgot what the last book of the Hook Shot. Yeah, I believe Hook Shot is the last book of the Hoop series. So I'll try to finish that. And then I don't know what else, because February is short and it's ending on Friday, so who knows. But yeah, overall, you know, this month has been hell. To say the least, it has been hell. But like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I see it. I see it. I told my husband yesterday. I can see it, and it's going to get better, and I feel great about that, at least. And God, I hope it gets better, because my birthday is March 12th, and I'm turning 31, so I need it to be good, okay? I need it to be great. I just can't, we can't keep going down this crazy train called life. Like, it needs to get better. Otherwise, I'm just gonna lay like a starfish and give up. But yeah, anyway, that's all my chat. Thank you for chatting with me about my life. I am going to go make my coffee, as well as my husband's. I've been enjoying making his coffee lately. It's something that I typically don't really do, but I've been enjoying it lately. So I'm gonna go make our coffee. I will say, I be acting up because I put the coffee in the coffee filter, and then I put the water where the water goes, and then I turn the coffee pot on, and I'm like, why aren't you brewing? And I did not put the coffee pot back. The coffee pot was not there for it to brew coffee into the pot. It was literally sitting right next to it. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, that is all. I'm gonna talk your ear off now, but I hope you guys have a great week. Yeah, I love you guys. Bye.